Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, let's talk about AI and our jobs. It seems like every day there's a new headline, a new prediction, and honestly, a whole lot of confusion. So today, we're cutting through all that noise to get to the heart of it. What is this AI revolution really going to mean for your career?
This is the question, isn't it? The one that keeps us all up at night. Is AI going to be this incredible partner that makes us smarter and more creative? Or is it a replacement? A force that's just here to make entire jobs, well, obsolete? You see headlines screaming both things at you every single day.
And here's the tough part. The answer isn't a simple yes or no. The truth is, the data points to a really complex picture, one with massive opportunity sitting right next to some pretty serious disruption. So in this explainer, we're going to look at both sides of the coin. All right? Let's dive in.
First up, let's talk about the AI productivity boom. We have to start here, because the evidence for AI as this incredible engine for growth, it's too compelling to ignore.
Okay, check out this number. According to a huge study from PwC, the industries that are really leaning into AI, they've seen a productivity surge 4 times higher than the ones that haven't. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. 4 times. That is a wild level of efficiency gain.
And that productivity, it's not just making companies richer. It translates directly into your paycheck. That same report found that if a job needs specialized AI skills, it comes with, on average, a 56% wage premium. A 56% raise. The market is sending a very clear signal here. Learn this stuff, and you will be rewarded.
Now, this is where the story gets really interesting and kind of flips the script. We've all been taught to think that high AI exposure is a death sentence for a job, right? But what does the data actually say? The complete opposite. These roles actually grew by 38%. So AI isn't just replacing, it's acting more like a catalyst, creating new needs and augmenting jobs. And this quote from NVIDIA's CEO Jensen Huang just nails that optimistic view. AI won't kill jobs, it will reshape them. So the idea here is that AI becomes your ultimate assistant. It takes over all the boring, repetitive stuff, and that frees us up, our brains, to focus on the big picture, strategy, creativity, solving the really tough problems. It's not about replacement, it's about elevation.
But, okay, let's get real. That's only half the picture, and it would be a huge mistake to just ignore the other side of this. So now we need a serious reality check, because job displacement isn't a theory. It's happening right now.
You know, all that big picture optimism about the long term, it can feel a little disconnected from what's happening on the ground day to day. And that short-term disruption, it's not some far-off idea. It's already hitting some really established white-collar jobs.
Just look at these two examples. They're pretty stark. On one hand, you have a giant like McKinsey, and they are actively replacing some consultant roles one-for-one with AI agents. And why? A 40% jump in firm revenue. On the other hand, you have a newer company, Perplexity, basically claiming its AI can automate entire roles, like a recruiter, with just a single prompt. This isn't science fiction. This is right now.
So who's on the front lines of this change? Well, research from Microsoft points to jobs that are really heavy on language and recognizing patterns. We're talking about writers, translators, customer service agents, even code reviewers. If this list looks a lot like your job description, you need to be paying very close attention.
And listen, this isn't just some tech bro yelling from Silicon Valley. This is the CEO of Ford, a pillar of old-school traditional industry. When Jim Farley warns that AI could replace half of all white-collar jobs, that tells you about the sheer scale of what we're facing. It's a massive call to action.
So, you've got this incredible opportunity on one side, and this very real threat on the other. What in the world are you supposed to do? Well, this is not a spectator sport. It is time to get proactive. Okay, this is the single most important message of this whole explainer. You are not just a passenger here. You have a say in how this goes. This is a future you can actively build. So let's open up the playbook and get into the actual strategies that you and your company can use.
So the strategy has to happen on 2 different levels at the same time. Look at the mindset here. For leaders, it's not about just adding a new AI tool. It's about redesigning the entire way work gets done. And for you as an individual, it's about focusing on the skills AI can't do. Creativity, ethical judgment, real human stuff. Now look at the actions. Companies have to invest in reskilling. Individuals have to learn how to actually collaborate with AI. It's a shared responsibility. Both sides have to be proactive.
So let's boil this down into a simple 3-step plan just for you. Step 1. Double down on those uniquely human skills. We're talking creativity, critical thinking, leadership, the stuff that makes us us. Step 2. Build real AI literacy. I don't just mean using it. I mean learning how to engineer prompts, how to orchestrate different AI agents to get what you want. And Step 3. Be proactive. Don't wait around for your role to become obsolete. Actively look for ways to upskill into fields where demand is just exploding, like cybersecurity or data analytics.
So, after all that, where do we land? It really points to a new way of working. It's not about humans versus machines anymore. It's about humans with machines.
And here's the term you need to know: blended human-AI workflow. Forget hybrid work being about where you sit. This is the new hybrid. It's a future where our daily tasks, our creative brainstorming, even our biggest decisions are made in this seamless partnership between human experts and incredibly powerful AI systems.
This chart from a Udacity survey just captures this moment perfectly. Look at this crazy contradiction. You've got 61% of professionals, a clear majority, saying they're worried AI could replace them. But at the same time, an even bigger majority, 70%, are already using it every single day. We are living right in the middle of the transition. The fear is totally real, but the adoption is happening even faster. So, let's wrap this up. What are the key takeaways? First, remember AI isn't just replacing jobs, it's re-engineering them. That means blended human-AI teams are the future of work. For us, that means the days of learning one skill and coasting are over. Continuous reskilling is now totally non-negotiable. And for companies, the real magic, the real productivity, only happens when you redesign entire workflows from the ground up, all built on a foundation of trust and ethics.
So I guess the final thought is this. Your job probably won't be automated overnight, but it will be re-engineered, piece by piece, task by task. And the only question that really matters now is, are you going to let that happen to you, or are you ready to step up and be the architect of your own future? And that's the explainer.